Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, in the last episode, I'd begun my second investigation into Mia's murder after the first day of the trial ended in my favor, and after doing some digging, I eventually confronted Mia's killer, Red White, a Blue Corp. And, well, I had to be an idiot and show him some very implicating evidence to his face, and give him prime opportunity to essentially now implicate me of Mia's murder, using his various blackmail connections within the prosecutor's office. It's kind of frightening, really, to see that a man hold that much power over the courts. And unfortunately for me, I am now his prime target. In fact, the guy is going to testify in court, and I guess see to it personally that I basically get arrested, that I basically face jail time or worse. But, on the other hand, this can give me an opportunity to try to implicate this guy of the murder he committed, so I'll probably be able to turn this around if I play my cards right. Otherwise, I'm truly fucked. So let's just go ahead and get this show on the road. Let's bring some justice to court. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look! Edgewart! What are you doing here? This is my space. I didn't invite you. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? I guess so. So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie, to avoid being found out. Aren't you familiar with the concept of people turning themselves in for crimes they commit? It's far from the only thing I can point out, but I mean seriously, man. That's kind of a very black and white outlook on crime. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. Yes, there is! That's why we have forensic science! That's why we have court proceedings! All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth. You've changed. Phoenix. You know him? Apparently. Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. I never expected anything from you. Edgewart. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. Or not. I'll be defending myself. What? Even your shocked expression just looks glorious in HD. Save for a couple missing frames of animation for April May's April May's sprites. I'm just real impressed with how everything looks good now in this resolution. How fluid the animation is. They've done a decent job so far, I think, with converting this to HD. Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 1. Round 2, Edgewart! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. This prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. Duh. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Do it! Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man. And besides, that is just bullshit irrelevancy. When you get a court summons, you gotta go, no matter what. At the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Then again, this is based on the Japanese law system, so it probably doesn't. Maybe it doesn't work that way there in this particular instance. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just a good old American. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. Gets to show off and I get nowhere. I'd like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Don't distract me with your glitter! Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. I totally ship it. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why did you tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If you can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing. Considering the kind of court system you're in, I find it perfectly understandable why you feel that way. Ho ho ho. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Back at you. Let him have it, Phoenix. Nice to see you by my side, Maya. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Well, the bellboy testified to not seeing you. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was over. I think what I need to do is I need to attack you on your statement regarding me giving chase. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let's do this. You, me, mano a mano. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always abso-positively perfect, you know. No, no, no. You're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service started. That's what Miss May said, too. Press further. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. Ahem. This is your concern. Silly lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly perusing. What were you reading? By the window. You mean the one directly across from Fanco Law Offices? Correct! That is the only window you see. And there you were, reading papers. Correct! The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had a business to do. Oh yeah, I know exactly what kind of business you had to do, dipshit. A bedlam. It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound. But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out of windows at night. You don't need to peep out at windows. You peep in other ways. No snoop. Yeah, right. You made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him. A spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Spiky-haired? That's all you had to say, Phoenix? Good God, man. Seriously, if you hate people pointing out your spiky hair so damn much, live up to what you promised and shave your fucking head. Which I know you're never gonna do, by the way, but I don't know. Does that even count as a spoiler? I don't think so. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? That is not an eyesight. Counting both eyes, 40, so 20/20. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? Not mine. And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. It has nothing to do with the case at hand. Bullshit! I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho-ho! I know! After all, I'm El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. Ah ha ha ha! I got you now, bitch! If she ran to the left, she would be trapped. So what kind of sense would that make? You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? The sparkles say yes. As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Okay, are you sure, buddy? Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? I am abso-positively perfect. End of story. How many times must I hear that? Psst! Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd? I'm way ahead of you, Maya. Alright. Time to throw the first punch. Oh, god damn it, I hit the wrong spot. Your Honor, the statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Oops, it didn't go so well. God damn it. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to press on this too. Impaction? Don't you mean just impact? Ridiculosity! I think you need to brush up on your language skills. Second thought, perhaps I better leave the whole language thing alone. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too, I wonder? Maybe I find weakness in there. Just quietly. Her bed lining coming from the side. It's like good man time. Just say, the man was no other than you, Mr. Lawyer. Maybe what I'm supposed to actually do here is actually bring attention to the glass shards that were been all over the floor. Oh, god damn it, I got this wrong too. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? Anything? Okay. Oh, this is going badly. Fuck. God damn it! I totally forgot about this testimony. Shit. Objection! No taking it back now. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that direction contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. So, okay, I think I get it now. I only remembered the reasoning that he gave after presenting the testimony. And I was so focused on that reasoning, I just instead went for every single piece of evidence except the one I actually needed for right then and there. This is totally my fault. I'm sorry you had to witness such stupidity. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? I love it. This face. It's beautiful. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left, probably because he was there. So did he witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once. Ha! I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Duh. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Right here.
Take that!
This is where he was. Look! When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from his point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please! This is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. You think I am joking, Edgewort? That's cute. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt! Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. I'll wipe that smug grin off your face here in just a minute. Again. Ha ha ha. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad you're amused. Enjoy it while you can. Now, he's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her, savagely. That's what I saw. Oh, really? I think, if memory serves, the original autopsy report said that she died from a single blow, not multiple. So I think I need to present the autopsy report right here at this statement. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? I think actually maybe it's the second to last statement I need to present the autopsy report on. It does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Alright, let's do this shit again. What do you mean by that? That's what I was about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient. It does not become you. Hey, buddy, you're an American too. In the localized version, at least. She ran to the left. What do you mean first? First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Poorly. Yes. I'm sorry, please, sit back, relax. See what I mean? I read it poorly. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then you hit her. Savagely is what I saw. Okay, you hit her twice. Let's try this. So you're watching both times. I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Right. I think I need to put this here.
Objection!
Yep, I got it right. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. I told you that I would wipe that smug grin off your face very soon. And wait a minute. Do you have tears in the corner of your eyes now? I need to see that face again. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Victory! Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
Objection!
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Well, at least the crowd seems to be on my side. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. Okay. I love how sullen you look. It makes my heart feel so great. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. I think I need to press him on that first statement. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then, she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Flap! Flap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Feed me information. You know, the thing that you like to collect. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that, glass light stand. And I got you now, buddy. 'Cause if you were looking through the window, that thing fell over. It would have been... The glass stand right here at the left is completely out of view of the window. If you did hear it fall over, you wouldn't have seen the thing actually fall over before it shattered and spread its shards throughout. The only way you could know it was a glass stand is if you actually saw it. And where else could you see it? But inside the office? You just keep digging your grave for me, buddy. I'm just gonna be sitting here laughing at your misery. Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix. Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yup! Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry. My bad. I got an apology out of you! Another victory! The witness will revise his testimony. Okay. Of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. The glass stand was lying on the floor. It's first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to... Wait! 1 moment! Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. So, you were prepped. I'm so confused. Why it's falling apart.
Objection!
Your Honor! Please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well. The witness may continue his account. Well, have another sucker punch. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Okay. No, it's just shadows on his eyes. God damn it. I was hoping there'd actually be tears. Look at this. Those are the floor plans at the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White. What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There is no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Got you now, bitch. Mr. White? Mr. White. How does it feel to be cornered, utterly defeated, helpless before the weight of your sins? Feels awful, doesn't it? Maybe now you've gotten a taste of what a lot of your victims were like when you blackmailed them into committing suicide. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. Objection! That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Ugh, forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. To die? I agree. Shouldn't you confess to your crime now? What? I said you should confess to your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. Wiretap? He's giving him a way out. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't, Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? He gets it. Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes. In order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. I know, it's written clearly on your face. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He is determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White has been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Ahem. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Don't give up yet. Wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this little glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound. Correct. That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. Gah! What am I supposed to do now? Press! Good luck, Phoenix. It was beginning of September. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh. Right. I had entered Fay & Co. law offices. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And they are unidentified, and yet you know they're his. How? And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Except when it inconveniences you, of course. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing there for me to press him on. Well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Nothing I can press him on. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Okay, I was just pressing forward. Tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought. Honorably. Thanks, I guess. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? I'm not. Yes, Your Honor, but he is. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Hello! Mia! Don't faint now, buddy! Where am I? Main lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! Don't faint again, you moron. Hey, Phoenix. Gak? There's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Mia, you've undergone plastic surgery. I mean, Maya, excuse me. You're... Maya? Don't you know the faith women have strong psychic powers? So basically, you're being channeled right now. When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Yeah. The one that you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. Wright say in his testimony? That he saw the light stand a week before the murder. So we got a contradiction. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand a week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt for a glass light stand. Day purchase is the day before the murder. Okay, so that got updated. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Let's finish this. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant... Rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes. Sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then, let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. Wright is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Not yet, Wart. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. And you just sealed your fate as well as Mr. White's. Thank you very much, Edgewort. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Eat it! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood. Ha! You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand and a date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. Oh, that was glorious. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Oh, that feels good. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No. It's impossible. Uh-oh. He's losing it. Did he ever really have it to begin with, honestly? Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of... Objection! Still not done? Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Eh? What? No way can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object! Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I've already proven that! Just now! I see. Objection denied. Fuck you, Judge. What?! The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Like, White could flee the country. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something. After Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia, you've come to my rescue. Mia. Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Mia's memo. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Oh? Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am! My life is riding on this one. Like, seriously, I was just gonna say, I have something I'd like to read to the court. Take that! The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sound strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How'd you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt. Right here. Right now. We're gonna blackmail the blackmailer into confessing to his crime. Irony! It is poetic justice. They are both delicious. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker! Case closed, Your Honor. I win. Again! Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty! That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. Like I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. You and me both. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me. And Maya. I won't forget as long as I live. Well, as long as you're dead. As long as you live. My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! And I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Fanco Law Offices. You're 2 minutes late! Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Looks like. You were her! I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya? Why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. I get an assistant. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. Law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means? We're partners. And thus begins our partnership yet again. How I've missed you. You know, when I think about it, it was Maya's fault I'm here now. You make that sound like it's a bad thing. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. Law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Definitely. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers, dummy! Stop copying me! Burgers. There's a great burger joint down the street, just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up. The end. Achievement unlocked, Turnabout Sisters. A brand new episode has been added, Turnabout Samurai. I feel great. I brought that clown to justice. I got a new partner. I got a new office. The only thing that sucks about this whole thing is that Mia's dead. But at least she's watching over me, so... Could be a lot worse, I suppose. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring today's episode to a close, and we can start. Turnabout. God damn it! I already forgot the name. Fuck. We can start episode 3 of the game in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.